1 second. We will exit to desktop. And I'm good to go. Let's go. Screen share?
Fudge, I knew I forgot something. 1 second. You okay?
As okay as I get.
Ah.
Jasmine's napping in the bed behind me, so it's all good.
Yeah. Happy doggy. Just gonna quietly put this everywhere with...
I could just watch it from the YouTube, but yeah.
Choice is yours.
We'll just watch it on the YouTube.com so I can see the chat.
Okay. I think I've put it everywhere I need to. Hello, everyone! And yes, I have Rep with us once again.
Hi.
Yeah. So today we are doing the non-binary flag. Now, you'll notice the title of this implies that the models here were used for Ava art, which they were, but I decided to do a quick recycle to save space on my computer. Hello, Mumsy!
Welcome, Mumsy.
I hope no more appliances have become cursed by your presence.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're judging you silently.
So, many apologies for the late start today, everyone. I had to go collect medication for the cat.
She's giving her cat weed.
The only reason I purchased it was at the suggestion of my mother-in-law. The cat will be going to an actual vet. The cat will be going to a vet on Monday to be checked out. Odds are this is just very much this animal is feeling its age.
Or it's faking it to get weed.
I don't think cats know how to fake getting sick. Or if they do, you have much smarter cats than I'm used to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My cats have to learn how to live with me. They have to be smart. Or insane.
Or both.
Yes.
But yeah, of course, the interesting bit is that it's my husband's role to medicate the cat. So that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, hey there, Retread.
The less
It's the blind and deaf one, not the horny one.
ah. Go away. Broke another glass. You mean that thick round disc you put stuff on, Mumsy?
Don't worry, Mumsy. We're still silently judging you.
So, I'm not even gonna,
Mumsy, just stop doing things.
I'm not even gonna ask
You're not
how
allowed to
you
do
did
things
that.
anymore.
I'm not gonna ask how you did that.
Just stop doing things. Alright? You're not allowed to do things anymore. You're bad at doing things. Alright? There's your solution.
I'll give him this. He is very cooking. What?
If it's in a microwave, it's not cooking.
What in God's greenest earth was in the microwave? Were you, like, trying to defrost something? And it went horrifically wrong? I say all of this like I'm roasting.
Hey, the horny retread has joined us. The horny retread is climbing into my lap.
Just hi,
Horny
I
retread
love
has
you.
left. Yep. He has left.
Yeah. So basically, for anybody who is not in the know, last night, Gideon, my husband's cat, who is like 15, 16, is starting to feel his age. I have never tried to defrost anything for possible explosion. I think at this point your wife should just quietly bar you from the electric appliances in the kitchen.
Or, you know, I would go so far as to include most of the house on that one. Guy blew up a microwave.
Well, not the microwave itself.
Specifically, no. We're not gonna say he blew up a microwave. Specifically, the guy blew up the least explosive part of a microwave.
Yes.
Like the little glass
Dish.
plate dish in the middle of the microwave that spins around. That is the least hazardous part of the microwave.
You speak as if you are someone
All right,
who
it's
has
just a piece of glass.
You are speaking as if you are someone who has committed love, but she hates her cooking. Aww. That's kinda cute.
Well, she's making very poor decisions then.
I can only imagine. Also, today is the small boy's last day of 4-year-old preschool.
Soon he shall be going to kindergarten.
Probably not this year.
I
have actually. Why were you allowed near a second one if you blew up the first one? I think he's cursed by a gremlin.
Mumsy, just
do not.
Just don't. Okay, you're bad at it. Don't. I don't know what you're going to do, but don't. All right.
So you're telling me you somehow blew up the glass plate in a microwave meant to be that is like resistant to dementia-riddled old people. Apparently,
okay. I'm not sure I can judge you silently anymore, Mumsy. All right. I'm. Damn. Like I don't know if I can judge you silently anymore. because that is a lot of. There is very poor decision making happening here.
Somewhere.
I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm. So, things are getting interesting in the Dice Sesh podcast. Uh, a very recent episode just got uploaded, and our cleric is getting kind of put through the abilities ringer. This new microwave that has lasted longer than many appliances I have ever owned. I'm glad this microwave has survived.
For now.
So, as I was saying, basically, our cleric is getting put through the abilities ringer. Oh no, the kettle. Oh, this could potentially get very exciting. Mumsy's tea kettle is having a tantrum. Another thing might be about to explode.
I'm not gonna be able to judge Mumsy silently if he comes back and that tea kettle has exploded. I'm afraid I can't silence the judgment anymore.
It won't stop. Mumsy, I think you are cursed by a gremlin.
Mumsy, just stay out of the kitchen. If your wife doesn't like her cooking, give her the ancient words of wisdom that I have learned throughout my years. Get good, scrub.
I think she'd kill him.
I mean, at the rate he's going, an exploding appliance is going to kill him.
Ah, yes, and the washing machine does on occasion sound like it's trying for low Earth orbit.
See?
But that's not Mumsy's fault.
I'm pretty sure somehow it is.
Okay. I think something is amiss with your tea kettle. He's cursed by a gremlin. So, basically, our cleric is having his abilities put to the ultimate test. Would you like to know what this ultimate test is?
What? I kind of want to hear this now. What's this ultimate cleric test? Does he have to show that he's memorized every part of his holy scripture?
No, this is more a practical test of his abilities.
Ah.
And
so he has to apply every part of his scripture.
Well, more like every part of his knowledge as a licensed medicus.
All right. So what's this big test?
Heal an entire temple full of sick and injured people who number in at least the low hundreds. And he is solo.
I can see how that would be difficult.
The party is gonna find him pretty quickly. But yeah, basically his ability as a cleric is gonna get tested, and tested hard.
Hmm. I can see it.
So I imagine you're curious about how he ends up in this situation.
Something D&D shenanigans.
Well, he went to his temple to have a quick chat with a priest and have some figurings out. Basically, he's trying to figure out, okay, I got picked. Okay, Mumsy's autocorrect is cursed.
Mm. No, I think he might have did that intentionally.
No, his autocorrect has done things like this before.
Mm-hmm. Likely story.
I have witnessed it do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, I'll take it. I know his autocorrect wouldn't cover for him.
Anyway, I think. Yeah, pretty sure you're cursed by a gremlin. Russ needs a girlfriend. Oh, trust me, he'll get a girlfriend. Just you wait.
I mean, at least they're not stuck in the Egyptian afterlife.
Yep.
That would be
Thanks,
terrible.
Kai. I must find this. Now, the character we're drawing, after some discussion. Now, the big sort of trouble for finding a good Momono fit for non binary is fairly simple. A lot of Momono are described as being very comfortable in their femininity. I have provided no spoilers, only given vague overview. But yeah, yay, cookie. Anyways, but yeah.
Wait, there were cookies?
Metaphorical cookie.
Oh.
Yeah, no. That was entirely unintentional, but there was a lot of character development stuff going on, and none of us really wanted to stop. Okay, allow me to rephrase that. There was some, like, it's getting really, really late. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be doing that again. Okay. And this is just a very simple sort of black and white. Yeah, we're gonna try not to do that again, but it's also one of those like we promise only to try.
Hmm. Hold on, I'm gonna go get myself some cookies since since this discussion has been brought up. I'm still here, by the way.
Okay.
I'm just not reading the comments
Okay.
because I'm going to go get cookies. I have returned comments. I can now read what you're saying.
Well, Mumsy, you're in an entirely different time zone from us, so
I mean, I'm in an entirely different time zone from you.
he's in the UK.
Ah, yes.
Yes, just the difference is more egregious.
UK is well, the UK is on the western side of Europe. Isn't he like only like 1 or 2 hours off?
mm,
Or is the Atlantic bigger than I'm thinking?
the
Or are
Atlantic.
time zones smaller than I'm thinking? Time zones are smaller than I'm thinking. I know how big the Atlantic is.
Well, considering we usually end at like. Go right ahead. Also, since. But yeah, since.
I need to get on Minecraft. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, kind of been one for me too, but.
Simon was asking about a black book.
Alright,
With
where the it go? Son of a. Now we take this, put it all the way over here. There we go. Yeah, 5 hours. Yeah, about 5 hours difference between Eastern US and the UK.
yes, time zones are smaller than I thought.
Hello, darling. How are you? Good. How is Cat? Alright.
Oh, Kai is leaving.
Bye bye. Yeah, Kai has work.
Well, he needs to finish it more quickly.
They.
They.
Yeah.
Okay. They need to finish it more quickly.
It's more that it's more that they need to actually go to work.
And I can finish a 5-hour shift in 2 minutes.
But do you do a good job?
Define good.
Oh,
You just need to make time go faster. Works fine.
my There's a 5-hour shift in 5 hours. That's how it's supposed to work, Mumsy.
See, now you need to start working on getting your time down.
Anyways,
The trick is to move slower.
also something the everybody who is going to be watching this episode is going to find out. I have decided to multi-class Ava into Bard.
Oh boy, a satyr and a bard in the same party?
No. Ava multi-classing into Bard brings the total up to 3 Bards, 2 of which are Satyrs.
Horny levels are over at 9,000.
Ava's not really that kind of Bard, just more like the I will casually roast your entire lineage. Why did she multi-class into Bard? Well, Ava's always eager to learn new things, so she figured she'd take some music lessons from Takis, the party's, one of the party's bards, and, well, turns out she has a knack for it.
I see.
Yeah, our party
And
is
therefore I am not blind.
our party is a ragtag bundle of disaster and chaos.
That's apparently forming a band.
Right. And honestly, Ava only really uses the bard stuff when absolutely necessary. And here I am defining absolutely necessary as the party's healer is running out of juice, but we've still got some people on the ground. Yeah, what's it? Yeah, Spyro tried. Bless him. Should I explain Spyro a little bit?
Probably a good idea, yes.
So Spyro, our party's second satyr and second bard.
Now, see, I was thinking he was going to be a purple dragon at this point. So already I'm shocked.
And amused. Now, Spyro is what Theros calls a Nyxborn. Basically, he got made for one of the deities and then plopped in the real world for a purpose affiliated with their god, with the god that made them.
I see.
He was
Is this one
made.
of those deals where the gods are like really lazy and vague and don't actually tell the person what their purpose is?
Well, depends on the god.
So, because I always thought that was like really stupid. It's like you exist to do the thing, but I'm not going to tell you what the thing is.
Or
Go figure it
sometimes,
out.
or sometimes the thing is really, really vague.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so basically, yeah. Now, Spyro was made by the god of victory and bravery in battle.
Oh, this is gonna. Off the subject on the art. This is gonna be the Minotaur, right?
Yes.
Are you gonna be giving her hooves?
I should probably try it.
Yeah. Always a good time to practice. Because what's the point of getting kicked in the face by an
Actually,
angry Minotaur if it's not basically a brick strapped to her foot?
actually, this way this is positioned right here, even though that's not the way I intended, I could very easily turn this into a hoof.
Yes, you could. Boom. Big brain time.
Just gotta erase this foot, because that actually looks like a human foot. So, yeah. Spyro was made. Anyway, Spyro was made by the god of victory in battle and all that good stuff. Spyro is not a brave boy.
Hmm. Okay. So already Spyro is bad at his job.
Well, odds are he has kinda. Well, the thing is, Nyxborn can also. It's also hereditary. Yeah, if he is angry enough, he can be a brave boy. It just. His. He is not naturally a brave boy. Now, there is the not small chance that that Spyro's just forgotten what his purpose was and is just kind of wandering around.
Well, that's just bad design on the god's part.
Yeah, there. Yeah,
Have it like tattooed on their hand so they can look at it and be like, "Oh, my purpose is." It's not complicated.
right. Well, anyways, yeah. Currently, now in my mind, Spyro is actually really very brave. And he forgot after he got made, so it wasn't really the god's fault.
Eh,
Pretty sure he might have
I can
gotten
still
dropped.
blame it on the god.
Yeah, pretty sure Spyro got dropped on his head. Yes, I saw your last comment, and yeah, I do think Spyro is really very brave. How do I come to this conclusion? Look at 90%. Look at 90% of the shit this party has done. And tell me somebody who was a coward would go along with this. The party has faced a dragon at this point, and that would have been more than ample excuse for him to just book it into the sunset, but Spyro did not. He
What flavor of dragon?
it spat lightning but wasn't a blue.
Okay.
Theros has its own dragons, and this one was a sort of coastal dwelling lightning beastie.
Starting to sound like a bronze dragon.
Well, it was decidedly
Which is generally...
Well, it was decidedly angry we were existing in its presence and tried to eat us.
Understandable. I imagine adventurers are super annoying for most dragons.
It was gently persuaded to fuck off.
Understandable.
But yeah, the big thing there is Spyro had ample opportunity to just book it for the hills there, but he didn't. Sure, he didn't toss around ranged stuff like the rest of the party, but he still stood his ground. So,
yeah,
in my mind, and in Eva, my characters, Spyro is kind of the farthest thing from a coward.
he is just the most fearful of all.
Yeah. And
which is kind of the opposite of a coward.
Yeah, being scared doesn't automatically make you a coward.
Yep.
It's when you let that fear control your actions.
Yep.
Which is what we've been politely trying to convince Spyro of, for a bit.
Makes sense. I mean, that sounds like a lesson that he is in need of learning.
Yeah. The big thing is that so in order to explain kind of the big thing, like, yeah, Spyro's actually a lot braver than we give him credit for, is kind of the situation that's going on right now with Jude. So, Jude is an anvil rod. He's the closest analog I can think of is like kinda sorta a Warforged.
It's a different flavor of Warforged, is what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah. The issue is Jude has very little memory of their past.
Okay.
And by very little, I mean...
basically none.
Well, more of it's building up as the campaign progresses. But yeah, in the beginning, Jude had very little, if no, memory of who he was.
I don't know who I am. I don't know why I'm here. All I know is I must kill.
Well, he's a wizard, so.
With Fireball.
Oh god, he's going to pick up Fireball one of these days.
I'm glad I reminded you of this basic fact that yes, he's gonna get Fireball.
Soon.
And
Yeah.
we all know what happens when a wizard gets Fireball.
It becomes the solution to all their problems.
You find me a problem that can't be solved with Fireball.
And he is an evocation wizard, so Fireball is kind
So
of.
not only is he gonna get Fireball, he's gonna specialize in Fireball.
Pretty
That's
much.
basically what evocation wizards do.
Pretty much.
Like, if a person says they're gonna play an evocation wizard, you know what's gonna happen.
Fireball. Lots of Fireball.
Yes. They literally just told you that they're gonna specialize in Fireball demolitions.
Yeah. Promised Felix not to use. Kai did promise Felix that Jude won't use Fireball too much.
He just needs to use Fireball at every point that it's actually useful. Which is always and forever, because Fireball.
Okay.
I'm not wrong. Everyone here knows it. Fireball solves problems.
Right. But yeah, basically. Yeah, honestly, I'm given the party, I'm pretty sorry, there are probably very few members of the party who don't have some kind of skeleton in the closet.
I mean, that's just how you make a good adventurer is, something's going on in their lives. You don't if you're living a happy, successful life, you don't grab a sword and go out and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go kill a dragon now." A farmer who's living a peaceful life, enjoying his farm, no skeletons in his closet, he's just chill. He's not gonna go out and be like, "Yes, I need to go off on this epic journey and
Murk a dragon.
murk a dragon or piss off gods or any of that nonsense." Like that's
Not what I do with
your
myself.
adventure is. Yeah, you're gonna stay home and you're gonna keep farming and keep enjoying your life.
Right. But yeah, like Ava's are probably the ones is probably the issue that is. I'm not saying it's going to get addressed the least, but it coming.
You're the least pressing at the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the word
Give
I
it
was
time.
looking for.
Give it time.
Yeah. Because
You and I both know
Ava's
Ava's problems are going to become an issue eventually.
Ava's big issue is mostly with her family, and the party has no plans to return to Akros at this date.
Yeah, see, she's going to have problems.
Mostly because the that their paladin was politely asked to not come back.
Good times.
He was kicked out of the city for
Probably good times.
he KO'd a priest.
Good times.
Like, one hit KO too.
Great times.
The priest brought it on himself, though.
Amazing times.
And this was so our Leonin was a paladin. And turns out the god he decked was turns out the priest he decked with a nat 20 to hit was the priest of his god.
I mean, tell the god that this guy was, really acting unpriestly and was making him look bad. I mean, can't tolerate that kind of nonsense. This priest was being a prick. I mean, this is the sun god who's kind of an asshole, correct?
Yes, this is the god nobody in the party likes at the moment.
Okay. So obviously, the god is probably not going to take that as a reason, but you can at least cover your ass. Be like, yeah, this guy was not behaving in a manner that I saw as fit. To showcase your divine glory, oh noble god whom I worship. So obviously I had to deck him. He was making you look bad. Now he's not making you look bad anymore.
For context, this was also this priest also wanted to melt down the party's anvil rot.
Hey, all the more reason. It's like, see, this he was talking about committing murder against one of my friends. Like, that's homicide.
There it is. Right, but yeah, basically, the party has kind of gotten up to some shenaniganery.
As is proper of a D&D party. I mean, it's certainly not the worst shenanigans I've ever gotten into.
You play a murder gecko.
Cursice is a beautiful person, and I love him. We haven't even really gotten to him doing a whole lot yet. Now I need to talk my mother into making a NPC in Fractured Path setting that his name is Elvish Priestley. I heard that.
The giggle snort.
Yes.
Good.
I don't know if anyone else did, but I heard it.
Good. You were supposed to.
I mean, I on one level I want to talk about Fractured Paths because it's great. on another level, I don't want to talk about fractured paths because it's there's no straight for it. They're not gonna be able to like watch it.
Right. That's understandable.
I mean, they're not going to be able to experience the glories my mother and I have planned for uh Orica. Because my mother and I decided that we were going to have reoccurring shopkeepers. They're going to be important. And we decided that we were going to make them memorable.
I have a bad feeling where this is going.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. All right, chat. Who here has played Borderlands 2?
Oh, no.
Don't be shy. Mumsy, yeah, but Mumsy has played it. Okay, Mumsy at very least is familiar with the one and only Mr. Torg. Yes. So we may or may not have a shopkeeper that is a gender bent Mr. Torg running a massive chain of adventuring uh, supply shops and may have a secret. I'm not going to say what the secret is.
Now for the fun part. Should the legs be just all fuzzy?
It is with the official Minotaur.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be even better. You see, Mumsy, Torika is not the only important shopkeeper, and she is familiar with a few of the others. Uh, One of them is Twen, owner of Twen's All Natural Teas. No, she is not a wrestler. Though, given the fact that she can probably compete with Zuri in terms of
Meat.
muscle mass and also is extremely attractive just by nature of her secret. But no, she's not a wrestler. Now, Torika's adventuring shop uh, is there is a branch of it in every single town in the region. Every major city where adventurers are going to show up, she's there. She's selling to them. And she runs all of them personally.
Odds are there is a teleportation ring in the back.
Something along those lines, yes. But once again, that's a secret. We're going to say Torika's alignment is chaotic good to chaotic neutral.
Fun.
And Mumsy, I am very familiar with what Mr. Torg looks like. He is my favorite character from the Borderlands series for a reason. And it's not because of his looks. Man runs the best company. The best fictional arms dealer. He's the best fictional arms dealer in any series I've ever seen.
Oh?
Are you not familiar with Mr. Torg, Susan?
If only due to not having a lot of experience with the Borderlands games.
Well, this is all you need to know. Every shot fired from a Torg weapon has the chance to explode.
Well, let's just hope it explodes very, very far away from the person who bought it.
He's a man of glory. A man of cunning, wit, sheer force of will. So yeah, Torika is in a lot of ways going to be a gender bent Mr. Torg. She's going to have a board on each of her shops, and she keeps track of the number one badass adventurers and keeps a scoreboard for all the adventurers that come into her shop. Yeah, Mr. Torg would embarrass Bakugo with the number of explosions Mr. Torg causes. Bakugo is a firecracker, and Mr. Torg is a full artillery bombardment. I'd say a nuke, but one explosion is not enough for that man. There's also going to be a family of gnomes, a very large extended family of gnomes, like a massive family of gnomes, probably like 50 of them in each shop.
So the place just seethes with gnomes.
Yes, and this family of gnomes is actually going to be a little bit of a rival to Torika, but they don't actually step on each other's toes very much. Because Torika likes explosions and things that explode. This family of gnomes very specifically sells quality, practical items to adventurers. They don't sell weapons. Yes, there's no room in their household. They don't sell weapons. Very specifically, they don't do weapons. They don't do armor. They sell practical goods that is going to make your life as an adventurer not just going to help you survive in the wild, but you're going to be comfortable. That's what they sell. And of course, they have this massive depot. And all of their stores are just a massive depot. And it's definitely not being called the Gnome Depot. Definitely not. You don't have to worry about that.
If you did go with that, though, that would be absolutely amazing.
Yep. And they definitely don't all wear orange aprons while they're working. Yeah, they're going to be great. And then there is the most antagonistic of all the shopkeepers in the setting. You're welcome, Mumsy. You are the second person I have done that to. And the first person that I did it without the joke being lewd. I know you're jealous, Susan.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. What is that?
Experienced a problem and must close. Please save your.
That is an uh-oh.
Got it back.
That.
Got it back. That was weird. That was weird. That was weird, but okay, we're back.
So the third important shopkeeper.
Is this?
If you guys are.
Is this entity going to be a reference to what I think they are?
The third one? Probably not, actually.
Oh?
Her name is Twen.
Oh, you mentioned like this was the villainous one.
Yeah, this is the more villainous one. She's very much got that almost vodka aunt attitude, but combine that with a ruthless capitalist mentality. She has been alive for a very long time. It has not visibly changed at all during that time. How long, you ask? Good question. We don't know yet. We haven't decided a number. But she and Torika hate each other due to personality differences. Twen runs Twen's All Natural Teas. And to those who have figured it out, yes, the name was intentional. Thank you, Mumsy. I probably should do that. I would get paid more than being unemployed. You just figured out Twen's All Natural Teas? It's great. Yeah. Her product is probably not going to be too terribly important to the party. Actually, now that I think about it, her product may actually be useful to all of the party in terms of flavor stuff. Even Cursice, because Cursice cooks.
For anyone wondering why I just shuddered, Kiersice is lizard folk, which means his definitions of food are a little loosey-goosey.
If it's made of meat, it's made of food. And he will make it delicious. And may or may not accidentally anger a goblin god and get the party cursed.
I think the party's had that looked at. I think they're in the clear now.
For now. But Twin has made her business selling tea, spices, and plant-based dyes.
Okay.
And may or may not have connections to the criminal underground. And not to mention, seemingly immortal and has eternal youth.
Yes, Mumsy, like all monitor lizards, Kiersice, if it walks, talks, or bleats, it's food.
Honestly, it doesn't even need to do any of that. If it's made of meat, it's made of food. And he stands by that. Heck, we came up with my mother and I came up with an entire system for how to determine whether or not something is edible for your character.
Can my space ace eat this without catching a nasty case of dead?
How sick am I? How sick am I gonna be if I eat this? Yeah, and I'm in this system. Lizard folk and gnolls are basically tied for walking garbage disposal.
And here we are.
She is a small minnow. Why do I see this minotaur being like chest height for a normal person, and then getting bullied by all of her big sisters? It's like teasing her relentlessly because of how small she is. Ruby, if you fell asleep, then that means you needed sleep. Go back to sleep.
Right. Maybe? Less that they got. I think it's more that they're just like a lot of a. They're just a lot of a late bloomer. Like they are massively late to the puberty party.
Yep. Has she been adopted yet?
Since the character is supposed to be non-binary, it would be a bit politer to use they, but no, they have not found a home yet.
Alright, so this character is still up for adoption. So whoever wants to throw money at Susan can have her. Or they. I'm bad at this LGBT thing.
You're trying. That's the point. This character is non-binary. Now, non-binary, what that basically means is the bits of their brain that go, we are female or we are male, like to kinda...
They don't function in the normal way.
They like to go back and forth, basically.
Yeah.
Now, some people who are non-binary will go like, okay, on occasions where my brain is saying more, I am a girl, use the pronouns for that sort of thing. But,
Yeah. A lot of them just prefer they, right?
yeah, because it's easier.
No, I have heard that there are some non-binary who just reject both genders entirely, which the neurology behind that confuses me.
I have no answer.
Okay. Yeah, like what you just described makes sense because you can have parts of the brain be fully male, parts of the brain be fully female, parts of it like partially
Either
in
way,
between somewhere. That makes sense to me.
right? So when
Uh,
speaking to a non-binary person for advice, like, "Hey, I want to draw this. How do I not offend everyone ever?"
yeah.
What they ended up telling me was actually that a lot of people who are non-binary can end up with a gender dysphoria diagnosis.
I mean, technically speaking, it would be a form of gender dysphoria. Because if you're talking about gender dysphoria from a
I am referring to it
strictly
as it is defined in the Diagnostic Statistical Manual, Volume 5.
okay, I have not read that, but
Uh,
I'm looking at it from a
basically, yeah, basically the way it's defined is the the mental gender does not align with the physical sex, and that causes distress.
okay. Well, then if they have distress over their gender, then yeah, they do have gender dysphoria because their mental does not align with their physical.
Right?
Of course,
Because
I'm more of a hard science biology nerd, so I am thinking about this from the neurology point of view.
right,
So usually the definition of gender dysphoria that I work with is the physical and chemical or chemical makeup of the brain aligns does not align entirely with the physical and chemical makeup of the rest of their body.
right. The control
So once
unit,
again, they do
yeah, the control unit does
they
not
do have
the control unit the module of control unit does not align with the model of meat suit.
yeah
Now,
yeah.
some
I try to look at a lot of
does
behavioral
it
and
not
mental issues from the
so
biological point of view.
so to answer your question, Ruby, now I am answering this from as best I know from an outsider's perspective, but from what I've been able to ascertain, someone's gender identity, whether they align with how they were born, whether they do not, or whether there's something in the middle, does not influence sexual orientation, which is who they are attracted to.
I imagine sexual orientation is part of it, but it's probably a separate part. Like it's two different parts of the brain.
Yes. For example, you can have a transgender male person who retains their attraction to men. However, the way orientation and identity intersect in some very interesting ways.
To put it simply, biology, ultimately, this is biology, and biology is messy, inefficient, and often does not make any sense.
Right. Yeah, neither one of us are very good at describing this.
No,
There
not at
are
all.
a plethora of people who populate the internet who can explain this way better
Than
than
us?
we can.
Though I do think that this is a subject that's very difficult to wrap your brain around unless you personally experience it.
Right.
You know,
Basically,
it's hard to imagine not being comfortable as you.
right. If you are curious about how these things work, there are a plethora of resources available, and once commenting as if it were a normal YouTube video is available for the stream, I will put a pinned comment with some resources. Who can explain it far better than we can. And oh, I actually just thought of a perfect name for this for this little adoptable.
What?
Io.
Okay. I'm going to assume that makes sense.
Mythology reference.
I understand. I understand it's a mythology reference, but it's my brain is not picking up on what on. I keep forgetting on who Io is.
One of many of Zeus's side ladies.
Okay.
There were several myths where she got turned into a cow.
Okay. You should totally turn that into another pin that she has on her shirt. Just like put it under the other pin. Make it about the same size.
Under the pin that is
Yeah.
supposed to be the non-binary
under
colors.
her flag. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, and it works it where the watermark actually is part of the art instead of something that's just kind of stamped on.
Right. There we go. So, if anyone is interested in adopting Io, please shoot me a direct message, or if you don't have Discord, shoot me an email. Contact info for both of those is in the description. The full collection of these ladies, along with who got adopted by who, will be put up on our channel's new official Instagram page. A link to which will be provided once I remember to get it up and going.
Yep.
So, thank you all. First up, let's make that a mergeable layer. Merge all. Save as. Desktop. No, that's not what I wanted. JPEG. IO. I have it. Why not use it? Anyways, thank you all very much for stopping by, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now!
Bye.